Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day, a wonderful week, whatever day you're on. Um, and I thank you so much for coming to spend a quick minute with me. I have seen so much about the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter over the last couple months, really, and I've never tried it. So I recently bought a bottle to try, and I thought, you know what? Like, let's see what the hype's about. Not a week later, ELF released their dupe that everyone has been talking about. And I am talking about the Halo Glow liquid filter. So I thought, why not try both for the first time with you guys right here? So as you can see, I have both. This is the Charlotte Tilbury, and I have the shade 3, which is fair. And in the ELF, I have the shade 2, which is fair light. So we're going to get right into it. My skin is already primed and prepped with moisturizer, so I'm not actually going to put anything else on my face for primer. And we're just going to see how these guys perform. So let's do Charlotte Tilbury on this side of my face, which is my right, and then we'll do the ELF on the left side of my face. So let's get into it. All right, right off the bat, as we open up, we just see a normal doe foot applicator. I do like the top of this with the ridges. It makes it kind of easy to open. Let's go ahead and do a quick swatch on the hand. There is a ton of glow and shimmer there. You can really, really see the dewiness that that's going to give. And I think that's going to be a really nice shade match for me. I tend to be a fair neutral. So now we're going to get into the ELF. And again, this is the shade 2, which is the fair light. And he is going to be a little more difficult to open. So give me just a second. All right, so we've got him open. Let's get him opened up. Right off the bat, I've heard everyone else say this, but it's true. This applicator is so much bigger. You still have the doe foot, but it's massive compared to the Charlotte Tilbury. I'm actually going to wipe some of this off. I don't want all this on the back of my hand. So we're going to swatch, and I'm going to do the same thing because I am a light to medium coverage type girl. So I'm just going to take and do the same thing here. So right off the bat, I'm noticing that ELF has more coverage. It acts a little bit more like a foundation, a very light foundation, mind you, but a very light foundation. The finishes are almost identical. They're both extremely glowy. They're both extremely sheer, but it's giving a beautiful radiant finish to the back of my hand. So now that we've done that, let's get into putting it on the face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some to the back of my hand, and I am going to take a wet sponge, which is my preferred method of applying, and we are just going to start and get this applied to the face. All right, clearly this is not going to be the best way to apply this. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this directly on my face with the applicator, and then I'm going to blend with my sponge. Like I said, I typically prefer a lighter coverage foundation. My skin is a little angrier today, but I still don't want a ton of cakey makeup. I don't know that this would apply super cakey anyways, just based on how the product feels in the hand. But you can already kind of see it is kind of neutralizing some of my freckles and my dark spots. My freckles get out of control in the summertime. So you can see that that's where we're currently at, given that we're at the end of July, basically August. I think August is tomorrow. And kids are going to be going back to school here where I am, which is nuts. I feel like school just ended. I'm not a teacher, but if I were, I'd be upset. I wouldn't be ready. I wouldn't be ready to go back yet. Definitely not a long enough break. So, all right. So I think we've got that applied nice and even, and you can definitely see this really, really pretty radiant finish here. So now we're going to apply the same way. We're going to take the e.l.f. Halo Glow, and really quick, I'm actually going to pull these out side by side so you can see the difference. So here's the ELF and here's the Charlotte Tilbury. We definitely have a difference in size of applicator, and I'm not going to say anything else on that. We're just going to get right into this. So we're going to, yeah, this is applying a lot more like a foundation so far. And I'm going to take the other side, the clean side, and start blending here. So far, the finish is giving me pretty much the exact same. It feels the same on the skin. The ELF feels a little bit thicker, not in a bad way, just noting the difference in texture. I do have a lot of texture on my skin. I am 30. I'm not young anymore. I have plenty of laugh lines and frown lines. So we are going to try and pat in to try and minimize some of that texture. All right, so we've got a really, really light application of both. Again, they're wearing pretty much identical shade-wise. They're pretty much identical. The ELF has far less shade range, but they're supposed to be flexible. Whereas Charlotte Tilbury has a little bit more of a true match, we'll call it. But there is still some flexibility there. So off the bat, I really can't tell a difference in how this is wearing on my skin. I do feel like I notice the texture a little bit more on the ELF side, actually. And I don't think that it's done quite as much of a difference, kind of blending out my freckles and my spots, as you can kind of see here. So I just feel that it's far more blended on the, we'll call it blurred. I think it's done a little bit of a better job of blurring out some of those, I won't call them imperfections. Freckles are not imperfections, but they definitely do add a lot more pigmentation. So it's a lot more obvious when a foundation or something isn't covering or isn't a full coverage. You're obviously not going to get much. You're not going to get much out of it. The freckles are still going to be very noticeable, which I think they are more so on this side personally. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know if you think this side looks better. The Charlotte Tilbury is $45, where the ELF is $14. Again, in the bottles, the shades look a little bit different, but as far as application, finish, look, I don't think anybody on the street would be able to tell the difference. If I walked out and asked my husband, I don't think he would be able to tell a difference. To be honest, he probably wouldn't even know that there was anything on my face. So overall, I would say absolutely a dupe. For me, I will probably wear the Charlotte more by itself. I am actually going to make another video after this one. We are going to do my get ready with me for my work makeup. So we'll see how this wears. with foundation and stuff over top of it and see if that makes a difference. But as far as application, as far as the products, they're basically the same thing. I still give Charlotte the edge simply because I feel like some of the features of my face have just a little bit more of a blurring filter on it compared to the ELF. I think that this has done a better job with the texture on my face over the ELF, but only by a little bit, not by much at all. So overall, absolutely a dupe. I hope this helps you guys. Again, that was my first time trying both of those products, so completely unbiased. I love both lines. I have a lot of ELF. I have a lot of Charlotte Tilbury, both in skincare and in makeup. And there are so many winners from each, but there are some products from each brand that I also don't care for. So let me know what you guys think. I know the ELF has been selling out crazy fast because it is new and it's viral. But if you can get your hands on it and you like the Charlotte Tilbury, I would definitely recommend giving it a try. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you want to stick around, I'm going to make a video of my work makeup and we're going to put it right over top of this dewy base. And we're going to see how it goes from there. We're going to see how it really wears. So I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.